Hello friends, I am Dr. Deepak Garg. I am Director and Head Orthopedic Surgery at Ahan Healthcare, Rohini, New Delhi. And today we will discuss anterolateral approach to distal humerus. So in the last video we discussed about the anterior approach. Anterolateral approach has some advantage as compared to the anterior approach because we can expose distal fourth of the humerus in this approach and we can extend the approach both proximally and distally safely. So let's start with the approach. We will keep the patient in a supine position. We will keep the arm abducted more than 60 degree of the abduction and on an arm board. And we may use a tourniquet in this approach because we are going to expose distal humerus. It will not come in the way if we will apply the tourniquet proximally. So then we will, after the painting draping, we will mark the landmarks. So the landmarks are the lateral border of the biceps and elbow crease. And then we will mark the skin incision. So the skin incision is a 10 centimeter long incision along the lateral border of the biceps, and the incision will end at the elbow crease. So once we mark the incision, we take the incision, we cut the subcute in line with the skin incision, and we expose the deep fascia. And sometimes we can have cephalic vein on the way. We can preserve the cephalic vein if possible. And then we cut the deep fascia in line with the skin incision. And once we cut the deep fascia, we can have musculocutaneous nerve on our way. We already know that the musculocutaneous nerves comes between the biceps muscle and the brachialis muscle. It will come out of the interval between the biceps and brachialis. We need to identify this nerve. We need to separate and preserve this nerve. Once we preserve this nerve, we need to identify the interval between the brachialis and the brachioradialis muscle. So there is intermuscular septum just lateral to the brachialis muscle, and above the elbow we already know that the radial nerve will come from the radial groove. It will cross the intermuscular septum, it will come in the anterior compartment, and it will go through the interval between the brachialis and the brachioradialis muscle. And along with the nerve there will be the branches of the profunda brachii vessels. So we need to identify the radial nerve here. So there is a very simple technique to identify this nerve. We go distally at the level of the elbow crease. We identify the interval between the brachialis and the brachioradialis, and we separate the interval with the finger. We palpate the nerve with the finger. So this is the easiest place to identify this nerve. So once we identify the nerve, we have to separate this nerve and we have to preserve this nerve. Once we identify the interval, once we identify the nerve and separate the nerve, then we will apply our retractors. We will retract the radial nerve along with the brachioradialis muscle laterally, and the biceps and the brachialis muscle on the medial side. So once we will do that, we will be able to expose the bone along with the periosteum. Then we will take a anterolateral incision over the periosteum and we will expose the bone. And then we will separate the brachialis muscle on the medial side subperiosteally along with the periosteum, and in this way we will expose the bone. So this was our approach, anterolateral approach to the distal humerus. If you want more such videos, please like, share and subscribe to our channel. Thank you guys. Thank you very much.